Greetings everyone, Slizzle466 here, and in today's video we're looking at some of the best Castle Nathria decks in the wild mode. Now, when I say best, I mean they gotta be really good. So there aren't that many decks in this video. For example, you don't see things like Skeleton Mage or Big Rogue because they're still developing archetypes. Yes, I've tested them. I thought they were okay. But these specific sets of decks are what I think are the best. If there are some decks that you would like me to have a look at to maybe feature in a future video that are not here, feel free to drop a deck code in the comments below. Let me know your success. But without further ado, here we go. We start with Aggro Demon Hunter. So this is a great way to just bash your opponent in the face a lot. Demon Hunter got a couple new tools, but the main one that's really good is Crixus of Vicarious. 4 mana 7/7, Battle Cry, discard your hand, Death Rattle, draw 3 cards. Considering the curve of the deck, you're chucking out your hand so quickly, so if you manage to get the Crixus in your hand, it's just a incredible way to win. Looking at Druid, I mean, there are tons of Druid archetypes, but these are two of the best. The first one being Mecha'thun. So, as you all probably know, Guff carries the deck. It's a good card. But basically, you just draw through your deck as absolutely fast as you can, ramp a lot, and then if your opponent is rude and like mutinuses your Mecha'thun or something, you've got King Togwaggle as a backup, which I kind of like. So when I say backup, you can basically give them an empty deck. And then you can play with their deck a little bit. Because again, you got 20 mana. So you can swap decks and then play 12 mana worth of your stuff and draw a whole bunch of their deck. So really, really cool tech having both of these in the list. There's also just straight up Togwaggle Druid. So this is the, so again, Guff carries the deck. You've got the Widowbloom Seedsman, which is really nice to draw a nature spell, get a little bit of ramp. It's always pretty fun. But basically, you can either do the 20 mana thing, or you can do the Celestial Alignment thing, have everything cost 1. But basically, Togwaggle, give them usually an empty deck or almost empty, play most of their stuff, draw most of their deck, or just play Azalina and play all of their hand. Moving on to Hunter. 2 Hunter lists. First you got Questline Hunter. I know this is a Prince Renathal list, but this is the best I could find. But I mean, does 30 or 40 cards really matter? Because you start with the quest line in your hand. So you just play all your good stuff and you win. Beast Hunter. Beast Hunter, there's a couple new cards popping into here. One of them is specifically Wild Spirits. Summon 2 different dormant wild seeds. Make your wild seeds awaken 1 sooner. So this is kind of like a very interesting little card to have in the list. But otherwise, it really high rolls off the Tundra Rhino and getting your minions, just like spamming your board full of minions, buffing them, and killing your opponent relatively quickly. I've only got one Mage deck, and it's a weird one. It's Quest Mage, but the only list I could find was a 40 card one. But Cream Puff is an incredible player, so I highly respect this list. And again, it's kind of the same thing as the Questline Hunter. Like, you get the quest in your opening hand, so why not just add more stuff to your deck? It's not like you're looking for a specific combo. You just want to play a whole bunch of stuff and get the quest done. Again, the whole purpose of this deck is to get basically infinite turns with the parrot. So yeah, Quest Mage. It's pretty good. Moving on to Priest. Everyone's favorite deck. It's Big Priest. I don't even think it's running any new cards. Nope. It's just Big Priest. This list is specifically greedy because it's running a double Idol of Yasharish, which I'm not a huge fan of. But as you can see for the minions, it's just like 1 Blood of Cthulhu, 2 Neptulons, and just be a jerk because Illuminate's a stupid card. Moving on to Rogue. This is to be honest, this is the best deck in Wild. If you want to get Legend really easily, just play this. It runs no new cards. It's really aggressive. You just smack your opponent in the face. Even though Mr. Smite got nerfed to 7, doesn't matter. It's just so good. So sad. Another deck that is very similar in style to like being really oppressive is Pillager Rogue. Basically, if you know what you're doing, you can do an incredible amount of damage to your opponent's face, and it just doesn't matter what their board is. As for new cards in this list, I don't see any. Door of Shadows, there you go. 1 mana, draw a spell, infuse 2. Add a temporary copy of it to your hand. There you go. It's basically the same thing. Shaman. Got 1 Shaman list. This is Awk Shaman. I specifically chose this one because it looks really, really fun. It's a 40 card. Is it a 40 card? Yeah, it's a 40 card Awk Shaman. But what I think is really cool about this list is it does your normal annoying free shaman stuff, but then when you get to the top end, it becomes it kind of becomes a big shaman in a way. Like you got the Glug, you got the Molten Giants, you got Sire Denathrius, just to be annoying. I didn't own this card, as you see, but this lets you cheat out your 3rd minion that costs 0. Cheat out the minion and it costs 0. So yeah, this looks pretty fun. Also Theotar, the Mad Dude's pretty funny. So yeah, if you want to play a fun build a Awk Shaman, this is a good one to play. Moving on to Warlock. Mecha'thun Warlock has got a couple new tools that you can see I don't own. Impending Catastrophe, 2 mana, draw a card, repeat for each imp you control. Tome Tampering, shuffle 1 cost copies of cards in your hand into your deck, then discard your hand. So, you know, Wicked Shipment makes imps, you can trade it into your deck, get more imps. And this one just kind of speeds things up for you. So, because you're shuffling 1 cost copies of cards from your hand into your deck, you're getting rid of your hand, but then the deck draws so fast that you have all these great 1 mana cards that may have cost more. You've also got the Valdris, which makes perfect sense here because you want to draw lots of cards, preferably costing 1. So Mecha'thun Warlock got an upgrade. Giant Warlock, this is actually a deck I really enjoy playing. It's the 40 card build running Prince Renathal. I don't know if it runs any new cards, and if I scroll through it, I believe the answer is no. So if you didn't get any packs for the new expansion, but you like winning, this is a great way to do it. Last but not least, we have Even Warlock. This list, as you can see, is also not running any new cards. So yeah, if you don't have a lot of cards from the new expansion, you'll be fine. Don't worry. Just play the old stuff. It's all good. That's how Wild works. You'll notice that I did not feature any Paladin lists because Paladin is complete garbage right now. I also didn't feature any Warrior lists because Warrior is also complete garbage right now. Pirate Warrior is terrible. I know people still play it. It's really bad. I think the Enraged Warrior thing is a meme. But hopefully something improves in the meta. maybe we'll get some nerfs. There was some talks about nerfs and buffs coming up after the next Hearthstone Championship. But yeah, if you want to try any of these decks for yourself, you'll find the deck codes in the description below. If you want to help support this channel, you can click the subscribe button, click the notification bell, and until next time, hope to see you again.